Yes, good evening, USA, Canada, International, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. This is your man G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, creator, host with the most, misunderstood lonely nomad, um, unstoppable independent podcaster, and rookie podcaster of Laurelton, Queens, New York. And you're rocking and hanging out with me on episode 207 of Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast, live and direct from StreamYard, alongside with YouTube and myself is the Instagram live feed of the podcast show page. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you can be reminded on when each episode is going to be dropping. And of course, if you'd like to make a charitable donation to my Cash App, you more you're more than welcome to actually do that to support this show right here, and along with the other shows that I do. Cash App is $ G Money Stacks 555. That's $ capital G lowercase MONEY capital S lowercase TACKZ 555. It's not about having a lot of money, folks. It's all about doing the best you can as a human being on whatever amount of money you decide to donate will be appreciated. And of course, um be sure to um rate on Podchaser, Podfriend, and of course Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. 5-star rating will be appreciated as far as the topics that's being discussed, not only in this episode but other episodes as well. Now, if you go to the YouTube channel, which is G Money Stacks 555, you're gonna see a whole list of New York podcast episodes. Um, Grab that subscribe button for me. Tap that noti bell so you can be reminded when the show goes in the air via live stream, including the air time of recording. And of course, be sure to leave a like and a comment along with the episodes. And of course, leave be sure to stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, and previous episodes. Tell a friend to another friend, and I'll handle the rest of where you can listen to all the New York episodes on every streaming platforms at the end of the show. Now, let me just cut to the chase. I'm gonna cut to the chase with the first segment right here, which is the New York Mass Transit Files right here. We got some stuff to cover. So here it is. All right. Okay, we got some stuff to cover here, and this is pertaining to 16 children who got killed, which is crazy. Yes, and here's what's going on here. I'll fill you in. Traffic crashes on New York streets claim the lives of 16 children in the first 9 months of 2022, a record of the Vision Zero era, according to a new report from advocacy group Transportation Alternatives. Carnage on the city streets has already killed five more children under 18 than died in all of 2021. The total so far this year is also 23% higher than had been seen in any full year after the city adopted Vision Zero as a governing principle in 2014, according to the report. Of those 16 children, 13 of them were killed by large vehicles, including bulky SUVs and pickup trucks, vans, buses, and trucks. End quote. No other year other than Vision Zero has been as deadly for our children as 2022, said Dana Lerner, whose son Cooper Stock was killed by a cab driver on the Upper West Side in 2014 in a statement. My 9-year-old son, Cooper Stock, deserved to grow up. The 16 children killed this year deserve to grow up. Oh boy. Yeah. The deceased include 5-year-old Jonathan Martinez, who was killed in East Elmhurst in September in a hit and run by an unlicensed driver operating an unregistered, uninsured, souped up Dodge pickup truck. The driver was arrested a few weeks later. Um, a startling 30 people were left critically injured in a hit and runs just in the third quarter of 2022. Transportation Alternative, found more than any 3-month period since at least 2018. That brings the total injured by fleeing drivers to 63 this year. Um, another 5-year-old boy, Yakov Fari, died 3 months after being run over near the Midwood home by the driver of a BMW with Florida plates pulling into a driveway. Oh boy. The streets have been particularly deadly in the Bronx this year, with one in 4 traffic deaths this year occurring in the northernmost borough. The 47 victims include 16-year-old um, Alyssa Kon, Konovic. Alyssa Konovic was killed by a delivery truck while crossing the street in Morris Park. In total, 187 people were killed in traffic collisions in the first 9 months of 2022, according to Vision Zero data from the Department of Transportation. That includes 77 pedestrians, 13 cyclists, and 81 motorists. In a statement, DOT spokesperson Vin Barome noted the administration has invested $900 billion in implementing the city's master plan for its streets and posted that pedestrian fatalities are in fact trending downward, nearly 15% below what they were at last year. The Adams administration has invested in historic $900 million in the DOT to repurpose our street space and support a safe, sustainable, and efficient transportation options, Barone said. We exceeded our commitment this year to deliver safety improvements at 1,000 intersections and focused on equitably dis- distributing these projects citywide to ensure every community is benefiting from this life-saving work. Last year, Transportation Alternatives called on the city to commit to repurposing 25% of traffic and parking roadways to space for pedestrians, cyclists, and strap hangers. The plan was endorsed by then mayoral candidate Eric Adams. The nonprofit says that redesign car-centric infrastructure to calm traffic and reduce the number of cars on the road would save lives. This week, the Adams administration announced that it has exceeded its goal to implement safety improvements at the Big Apple intersections in 2022 through street redesigns, daylighting, pedestrian-centered traffic signals, and other calming measures. But advocates also noted this week that the city is well behind on its statutory requirement to build 20 miles of bus lanes this year. Vision Zero works when our leaders scale proven solutions that prevent traffic violence. Mayor Adams' completion of more than 1,200 intersection safety upgrades is proof that this administration can deliver on its goals, said Transportation Alternatives Executive Director Danny Harris in a statement. Now, we need the Adams administration to demonstrate the same commitment to meet and exceed other requirements like the NYC Streets Plan in order to make NYC 25 times 25 a reality and ensure that no one needs to fear death or injury when crossing the street in New York. Okay, and other transit stuff that we need to get to is okay, so we have city bikes. Of course, last Thursday City Bike eliminated a perk of members taking long e-bike rides between outer boroughs. Before last week, members rode e-bikes between Queens and Brooklyn would have their price capped to $3. Now, members will have to pay the full cost of longer outer borough e-bikes rides at $15 per minute. Um, Lyft, the operator of the e-bike share program, said that the price cap for out of borough trips is a glitch that was never supposed to exist. We recently discovered a glitch in our backend that was undercharging for some e-bike rides. This impacted a small number of riders and has now been corrected, said Lyft spokesperson Jordan Levine in a statement. As a result, longer e-bike rides in the Brooklyn Queens orbit will get pricey. A 55-minute commute for Astoria to Crown Heights will now cost $8.25 for the member who has paid $185 in annual membership dues. Lyft said that it appears the glitch was only used by around 1% of the total number of total city bike riders, excuse me, both e-bike and analog. So far this year, it did not have figures available for the percentage of e-bike rides alone that had made use of the price cap between outer boroughs. E-bikes make up about 20% of the city bike fleet. The the purported small number of affected users did not eliminate the acrimony of a few hundred bike shares enthusiasts on social media once they found out about the new policy. Um, the company also maintained that the average e-bike ride taken by a member so far this year has been about 13 minutes and 30 seconds and pointed out that reduced fare users will not be impacted. For annual members, the cap starts to take effect on rides over 20 minutes. Prior to last week, City Bike had listed the price cap as applying rides that start or end outside Manhattan, according to the Wayback Machine. When it changed the functioning of the app last week, it altered the language on its site to apply to rides that enter or exit Manhattan. People who had read um, City City Bike's former wording on the price cap as applying to all out of borough e-bike rides have misinterpreted it, according to Lyft. The company explained the Manhattan-based cap policy stems from an agreement it made with the City Department of Transportation when it first launched its e-bike fleet. The policy is designed to help e-bike riders who need to commute over Manhattan-linked bridges, which accounts for a high percentage of e-bike use, Lyft said. Beyond disappointed users, advocacy groups also weighed in against the change in pricing as a step in the wrong direction. At a point when we should be doing everything we can to make it possible for more people to ride Removing the e-bike price cap on city bike rides for out of borough trips makes it a less accessible option for many New Yorkers, said Elizabeth Adams, senior director of advocacy and organizing at Transportation Alternatives. We need public funding for city bikes so the system can expand and be an affordable transportation option in every neighborhood. Hmm. Good luck with that one. Um. Also, also, um. So, um, the Washington Bridge between Manhattan and the Bronx may not be as large or iconic a crossing as the nearby George Washington Bridge over the Hudson River, but it could soon be the hottest ticket in town for area cyclists and strap hangers. The city's Department of Transportation last week proposed redesigning the Washington Bridge, which spans the Harlem River, connecting Washington Heights in Manhattan and High Bridge in the Bronx, to repurpose one motor vehicle travel lane in each direction to create a new dedicated bus lane for Bronx bound buses and a two-way protected bike lane for cyclists traveling into borough. Such a redesign would be a first for a Harlem River crossing of the 13 spans between Manhattan and the Bronx. None include either a dedicated bus lane or a protected bike lane. Two are exclusively railroad crossings, while one, the High Bridge, is only open to pedestrians and cyclists and not 24/7. Several of the remaining 10 technically are outfitted with a bike lane, but shared with a pedestrian path, resulting in conflicts over the right of way. DOT's proposal for the Washington Bridge would greatly improve pedestrian and cycling access while speeding up service for nearly 70,000 daily bus riders, said DOT spokesperson Vin Barone in a statement. This design builds on our recent work to support safe, efficient, and sustainable transportation options, connecting to our 181st Street busway and new protected bicycle lanes on both sides of the bridge. The Washington Bridge is particularly hard to cross as a pedestrian or cyclist on the existing paths. Those on both sides of the bridge are extremely narrow, only a few feet in diameter, and must be shared by walkers and bikers. They are so narrow, they are 3.5 feet wide in some places, said Lucia Dang, a Bronx resident and frequent crosser of the Washington Bridge on foot or bike. So allowing for this protected bike lane means you pull all the cyclists, guys on moped scooters, out of conflict from the pedestrians. So that's huge. The proposal is the latest example of DOT rejecting the shared bike paths of your in favor of dedicated protected infrastructure. Most notably, the agency last year repurposed a vehicle travel lane on the Brooklyn Bridge as a bike lane, eliminating the hazardous arrangement of sharing the pedestrian path and doubling bike crossings over the 1883 East River crossing practically overnight. Advocates have long slammed the department for constructing unprotected or effectively unprotected bike lanes that did nothing to stop motorists from traveling or parking in them. The bus lane will only travel in one direction to best accommodate the mode share on the bridge, Barone said. The Washington Bridge is presently used by 5 different bus lines. Manhattan and Bronx polls, including borough presidents Mark Levine and Vanessa Gibson, penned a letter to the DOT in September beseeching the agency to make improvements to the bridge. DOT has been considering street redesigns Harlem River crossings for years, issuing a report on potential improvements to be made to the spans in 2018. Construction work since 2020 has taken one travel lane in each direction out of commission with no issue, Barone noted. Dame posits that the bridge improvements will likely be a boon for those often traveling between Manhattan and the Bronx for the daily travails of life, as she does. 181st Street is a commercial corridor, a lot of shopping. I go over to Washington Heights to do a lot of shopping, Ding said. And on the Bronx side, there's a lot of schools and health providers. So on both sides, people need to get back and forth. With its presentation already fulfilled to um, the Bronx Community Board, 4 DOT will continue community outreach in the coming weeks with presentations to Manhattan CB12 this week and Bronx CB5 in December. Okay. Okay. Let us know in the comments on what you think about these mass transit topics. For those that's living in Manhattan and for those that's living in the Bronx and stuff with all this stuff going on with the bike lanes and of course with everything going on. You could go to the comment section and on YouTube, or you can even go to the comments. You can even go to the comment section on the Instagram live feed, which is what I'm using right now. Um, and from there, I will, after you comment, I will actually be able to read what you're saying. You know what I mean? It makes it a lot easier for me to actually to know that you're expressing yourself on these topics. All right, so let me see. Lincoln Tunnel. Hold on, Lincoln Tunnel. Hold on a second. Hold on a minute. Lincoln Tunnel. Lincoln Tunnel. Hold on a second. Let me make sure I get that. Let me see if I get that. No, I didn't get that. Damn. Okay, let me get the Lincoln Tunnel part. Okay, Lincoln Tunnel goes cashless. Hold on a second. Lincoln Tunnel goes cashless. Okay, let's see. All right, so another topic to talk about is the Lincoln Tunnel. The Lincoln Tunnel will move to 100% automatic cashless tolling starting next month, completing the Port Authority's phasing out of cash tolls on its crossings between New York and New Jersey. The Port Authority's last cash toll booths will be deactivated on Sunday, December 11th. Yes, the December 11th, at which point all tolls will be levied either via Easy Pass or by mailing a bill to the address of a crossing vehicle's registrant. The automatic tolling technology is fitted atop overhead gantries that collect the necessary personal information and allow motorists to pay the toll without ever having to stop at the booth. The Lincoln Tunnel will be the last of the Port Authority's crossings to phase out cash tolls. The 3 Staten Island, New Jersey crossings have been all gantry since 2019, while the Holland Tunnel made the switch in 2020. The most recent conversion came on the George Washington Bridge in July. The Port Authority has spent $500 million over several years to make the switch. Toll booths have served us well in the past when toll collection requires someone to accept coins or tickets in exchange for passage. But at some But at some point, nostalgia must make way for advances in technology that improve our lives, which for many of us in this region revolve around our daily commutes, said Port Authority Chair Kevin O'Toole in a statement. The deactivation of the Port Authority's last toll booths and upgrade to a cashless electronic system is not just a sentimental footnote in the timeline of our legacy bridges and tunnels, but a key milestone in our agency's stewardship of the bi state region's critical infrastructure. Port Authority honchos say that cashless tolling reduces collisions, eliminates dwell time, and diminishes the carbon emissions from paying a toll. Having tolls automatically levied from the gantry means motorists will not have to slow down and wait online at a toll booth, which with engines running produces outsized carbon emissions without actually moving. The authority estimates the change at the Lincoln Channel will save motorists 1.3 million gallons of gas and reduce 11,500 metric tons of carbon emissions annually. And since the art of merging of the toll plaza will no longer be necessary, the Port Authority says New Yorkers can expect crashes near its crossings to drop substantially. Since cashless tolling was implemented on the Bayonne and Goetos, Goet, Goetos bridges and outer bridges, outer bridge crossing, excuse me, between Staten Island and New Jersey, collisions in the vicinity of those toll areas have been reduced by 70%. The authority notes the decommissioned toll booths are set to eventually be demolished. Car traffic has fully recovered from the slamdemic trip slump. 3.4 million vehicles crossed the Lincoln Tunnel in July of this year, about the same as July 2019 levels, according to the Port Authority. Travel through New York area airports, also controlled by the Port Authority, has similarly recovered. That's in contrast to transit ridership, which has lagged at around two out of three of the pre-slandemic totals. All right. Okay. Let me get to hold on a second here. Um hold on a second here. Hold on a minute here. Um okay. Our next topic um is going to be hold on a second. Hold on a minute. All right, first things first, let's get to chatting on the jazz. Sorry about that. Um all right, let's get to chatting on the jazz, man. Let's go. Sorry about that. This is the wrong one. Wrong one. All right. Let's talk downright. Let's talk downright real quick though. All right. Now this is this is one of the websites that I actually heard about from a Street Soldiers episode along with Right. Actually, no, not really. No, yeah. It was a Street Soldiers episode, Downright and Right. I'm doing a separate episode on both of them. So for those of you who may not know what Downright is, it is a music publishing platform created by artists for artists to bring value back to songwriting. It's where fans, music lovers, creators, even investors come together to fund, support, and inspire established acts and musicians. That's fucking huge, man. they in, They engage artists to write original songs for weddings, birthdays, anniversaries, and all life's big moments. They bankroll them to create their own compositions, and they hire them to to write custom music for commercial ventures such as film scores, TV ads, and podcast theme tunes. Whatever the type of commission, each provides the unique opportunity for one-to-one connection with a chosen artist and the chance to inspire their next hit. Finished tracks are written, produced, and mastered to the same standard as a professional record and included in Downright's exclusive catalog ready for publishing, licensing, syncs, and distribution. Groundbreak, Groundbreaking terms introduced in 2021 ensured that Downright artists receive no less than 80% on front end commissions and at least 75% on all black end royalties and sync fees. And in the first for the creator economy, commissioners also get a 5% cut of any royalties earned from the piece. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Like many great ideas, Downright began as a discussion over a few beers. Chicago-based musicians Mark Rose and Bob Nana were talking about how they saw the music industry going. The big question was how could they make make a successful and rewarding career from songwriting amid the abundance of music and an expensive access to it online. Their answer was downright a new version for the industry of music. As music becomes the next frontier of self-expression and brand identity, Downright is becoming the world's premier platform for co-creation by connecting fans and artists as never before. Yeah. And of course, you can follow them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And of course, I believe they have some spot. I believe they're on Spotify as well, so you can go check them out for yourself. And there you have it. All right, we're gonna stay on the music news thing because yeah, we got some music stuff to get to. So this is a lot actually. So let's get to all right. So we got Salt and Pepper. And we need to congratulate them because they just got the reason for the congratulations is this story right here. So the iconic hip hop group Salt and Pepper received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame on November 4th in Los Angeles, California. Original members Cheryl James, which is Salt, Sa- Sandra Denton, which is Pepper, and Deidre Roper as DJ Spinderella were all in attendance at the unveiling ceremony on Friday. The Grammy Award winning group rose to fame in the 1980s after their hit single Push It helped to make them the first female rap group to go gold or platinum. The official Salt and Pepper Instagram account shared a video of the ceremony with the caption expressing their gratitude. And end quote, we go together like salt and pepper and Spinderella, now on the Hollywood Walk of Fame forever. Thank you so much for all your love, for all the love, everyone. Hashtag hip hop, hashtag Walk of Fame, hashtag Hollywood's tar in Los Angeles. So yeah. Let's see. So the group hadn't been seen together since 2019 after Roper left the group. A lawsuit over unpaid royalties filed, and Roper also claimed to have been fired from the group via email. Um, don't know why. I don't know why, but yeah. However, the group came together during the unveiling ceremony and they were all smiles. Spinderella, age 51, spoke on the group's inspiration to women and thanked her bandmates. Women everywhere were inspired, forever changed by the message of strength and independence, and what our message did for you guys. It also did for me as well. She said, "Thank you, S and P, for mentoring me. Salt, pep, life lessons. We've been through the ups and downs, but I have to thank you for those lessons because it wasn't just the music to me, it was our relationship, and that means everything to me. So, whatever we got to do to fix that, let's get some unity back in this. Let's figure it out and be iconic and be what the fans want." 56-year-old James also spoke at the ceremony and had words of inspiration. Um, he said, in quote, "Your setback is a setup for your comeback," said James. "Everything you are experiencing and learning along the way is preparing you for what you asked for what you prayed for." Denton, age 55, said that she was honored to receive the star on the Walk of Fame, and also spoke on the women empowering each other in the hip hop community. We gotta keep empowering each other like we do, lifting each other up, pass the torch. And I'm telling you, this is our time as well. And it goes to show that Salt and Pepper got a stamp on the earth. Okay, so congratulations is in order. Let's make some noise for Salt and Pepper. Um, yeah, let's make some noise for Salt and Pepper for the Hollywood Walk of Fame. All right. All right. Let's get to some more music stuff related. Let's see. Actually, yes. So actually, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Um, all right, let's get to Loon, because you haven't heard from this guy in a long ass time since he so ex Bad Boy artist Loon has addressed the long-standing feud between former running mates Diddy and Mase, explaining how he thinks they should let bygones be bygones. The Down For Me rapper sat down for a recent interview with Hype Plus, where he voiced that Diddy and Mase should be able to peacefully coexist and leave their past to be, since they've both achieved so much and have become iconic figures in rap culture. We have to be examples, he explained. Dudes is out here pushing 50. Ain't no way in the world we should be out here carrying on like the young boys. We should be putting forth every example we possibly can to get them to see that we can coexist and hash out differences and get money together. For me, I just don't understand what makes it so difficult when we all have reached these heights and accomplishments, and then we get triggered by what seems like unresolved issues. That's not something that's relevant to today. That's something that needed to be hashed out. Loon believes the feud could easily be avoided, but both parties are trying to make yet another run for dominance in the music industry, as Mace is back in the studio and Diddy launched his R&B label Love Records. With this thing flaring up, me personally, I look at it like, if you got something you're trying to do, right? Do what you came to do. If this ain't got nothing to do with what I'm trying to do, I'm not gonna make this the subject of my effort, he added. Loon was granted an early release from prison in July 2020 due to the coronavirus slamdemic. He was originally sentenced to 14 years behind bars after pleading guilty to one count of conspiracy to distribute and possess with intent to distribute 1 kilogram or more of heroin in 2012. Upon regaining his freedom, one of one of the first relationships he looked for closure from was with Diddy, and the two former business partners linked up soon after Loon's release. I was always yearning for that reunion through the course of my incarceration. It became more of a necessity, he said. Sean versus P. Diddy. One one is a lot more grounded and a lot more genuine. That's the person I was inclined to have the reunion with. So that reunion for me was an opportunity to see a big brother who reared me in a direction in this business, who did amazing things for my life. Yeah, I could agree. I could agree with that shit though. I could really agree. I agree. I could actually agree with this though. Yeah. So, um, all right. So let's get to Taylor Swift. Um, all right. So hold on a minute. That's not actually no. Actually, hold on. Hold on. That's not Taylor Swift. I'm sorry. Um, this is Little Wayne to be honest. I'll do the Taylor Swift story in regards to Ticketmaster some other time. But anyway, let's get into it. Let's get into the Little Wayne thing. So Little Wayne is one of the few legends that hasn't participated in a versus battle yet. If he does get the chance, Weezy knows exactly who he and his label would go up against. During a recent appearance on Marcellus Wiley's More to It podcast, Wayne was asked who he would see himself battling along with his Young Money artist. Wiley suggested several legendary rap labels like No Limit, Death Row, Bad Boy, and even Quality Control. Wayne didn't take long to throw out his suggestion for the epic battle. The only label he could see himself and his artist battling against is Jay-Z's Rockefeller Records. I would say the best competition, I'm going to have to go with Rockefeller, Lil Wayne replied. The matchup would be one of the most high profile battles since the Locks versus the Diplomats. Wayne, Drake, Nicki Minaj, Tiger, and the rest of the Young Money roster going up against Hove, Kanye West, Memphis Bleak, Beanie Siegel, and their seasoned crew. Almost doesn't seem fair, but would be an event for the ages regardless. Despite wanting to face off with Jay Z's label, Wayne still believes the Brooklyn artist is the GOAT in the rap game. The greatest rapper of all time, Sean Jay-Z Carter, Wayne explained, when you do this rapping thing, obviously like football, every sport is different. You play hockey, I'm sure they got something that they only know about. Something that they probably can't explain, but they own but only they know. Excuse me. Um that thing in rap that we only know in rap. He has that. He's the Tom Brady of that. Tom Brady. Oh man, that's that's funny that he said that shit. That's very funny. Oh man. Oh shit. Oh man. So another Little Wayne news. Little Wayne has added a few new acts to his forthcoming Little Louisiana Festival, which kicks off this coming weekend. Well, actually, it already happened. Actually, um, of course, obviously, while Tenache still serves as the main headliner at this Saturday's already event. He will now be bringing along Rick Ross, Quavo, and Takeoff, late great Takeoff actually, Cameron, um, Rob 49, Babyface Ray, Nino, and Mellow Rax. Weezy also plans to reunite with Young Money, though it remains to be seen whether that means Nicki Minaj and Drake will join him on stage similarly to OVO Fest. Um, so that's pretty cool. Oh wow! So that's a little recap of what went down actually. So that's actually um why I'm actually looking at this now. So the lineup additions come shortly after Louisiana Fest was originally set to return to New Orleans Champions Square on August 27th. At the last minute, Little Wayne said he was forced to postpone the festival due to unforeseen circumstances. It is with my sincerest apologies that I must announce due to unforeseen circumstances, Louisiana Fest will be postponed till October 29th, Wayne said in a statement on Instagram at the time. To my fans, I always want to deliver the best show possible and hope this has not inconvenienced you in any way. The festival was sold out thanks to you. Please hold on to your tickets and I will see you in October. I promise to make it up to you and to my city love. Obviously, yeah. So tickets to Little Louisiana, which went on sale back in July, will donate what is it? I don't know, man. 50 wait a minute, 0.50 or is it $50? Something like that. Anyway, from every ticket to support educational initiatives for New Orleans youth. We're glad to be back home, Young Money President Mac Main said in a statement at the time of the festival's announcement. New Orleans birthed us, and we can travel and hit the stage anywhere in the world. But there's no place like home. As always, we will be honoring the many lives lost in Hurricane Katrina as this year marks the 17-year anniversary. Um, Wayne is excited to get back home as this one will be one you won't want to miss. Of course, I already also anyway. Meanwhile, Wayne recently celebrated his 40th birthday, and to commemorate the occasion, he was honored with his own exhibit in the National Museum of African American Music. The Nashville, Tennessee exhibit hosted an event for fans to come and view artifacts donated by Tanechi, such as his Grammy for Rap Album of the Year, his BET I Am Hip Hop Award, a handwritten letter from Rikers Island, and an original CD of his major label debut album, The Block Is Hot. I'm very grateful to work with N N N M NMAAM and show students how hip hop has been so influential on the culture. Wayne said in a statement. Shout out to NMAAM for all the birthday love. The exhibit arrived days after Little Wayne was shown more birthday love by a plethora of his hip hop peers in honor of his 40th trip around the sun on September 27th. Kanye West, Drake, Nicki Minaj, Chris Brown, Two Chainz, Cameron, Missy Elliott, Snoop Dogg, NBA YoungBoy, DJ Khaled, Janet Jackson, and a dozens more shouted out the legendary MC on his special day. Yep, that's pretty dope, man. That's pretty dope, actually. That's pretty dope. Let me see. I'm sorry. Oh man. Anyway, so 50 Cent. Let's talk 50 Cent for a sec. Um, let's see how much time we got here. All right, so Curtis 50 Cent Jackson and his G-Unit film and television banner have set a 3-project partnership with Lusid Media. Variety has learned exclusively. The companies have already set up the first project under the deal. Exact details are being kept under wraps, but it is known to be an unscripted true crime series um at Peacock that is slated to debut in 2023. Jackson will executive produce the series, and I will and will work with Lucid to develop two more projects under the deal. I am excited by the kind of stories we're going to be bringing to life together, and can't wait for the first project to reach Peacock next year, Jackson said. G Unit Film and Television continues to go from strength to strength, and this partnership with Lucid is another great collaboration for the team. The Peacock series in partnership with Lucid marked some of Jackson's first publicly announced TV moves since his overall deal with Stars expired earlier this year. Um, Jackson previously stated on his social media, uh, this is my vibe right now. Stars deal done. We had nothing but success, so no hard feelings. I'm out. I'll let I'll let you know where we are going shortly. Jackson signed the deal with the premium cabler in 2018, with Variety reporting at the time it was worth approximately $150 million. 50 Cent is a storytelling phenomenon, and we're excited by the combination of our track record in the unscripted entertainment space and the hold on a second. Hold on a second. Um Hold on a minute here. Um wait a minute. Yeah, we're excited. Hold on a second. Yeah, unscripted entertainment space and the we're excited by the combination of our track record in the unscripted entertainment space and the dynamism of 50 and the G Unit team, said Lucid Media President Zach Weisfeld. There's a whole different energy and a unique point of view that makes our joint projects really special. Jackson and um Jackson and G Unit film and TV are best known for producing um um the critically acclaimed Power franchise at Stars, and with Jackson also appearing in the Mothership show in the role of Kanan Stark. In addition to the main show, there have been three spin-offs launched on Stars to date. Jackson and G Unit also produced the Star series BMF, with the second season of that show due out in January 2023. On the unscripted side, the company has the series Hip Hop Homicides coming to WeTV in November, and features G Unit has a three-picture horror deal with Eli Roth and Three Black Dot. Jackson is rep by APA and attorney Steven Sava. Lucid Media is represented by APA as well. Um, all right. That's pretty dope right here, man. That's pretty dope right here. So let's make some noise for 50 Cent right here, man. Pretty dope. Pretty dope, right? Let's see. What else can we talk about here? Let me make sure I don't forget any other yeah, I think we good. Let's get to all right, let's get to TIP, man. Let's get to TIP. Yeah, let's get to TIP actually. Um Ti is one of the undisputed pioneers of trap music and became one of the pillars of Atlanta rap thanks to his incredible run in the 2000s. Um Speaking to Complex for an episode of Brackets, he discussed the city's rich rap history and crowned who he thinks is the greatest rapper of Atlanta out of Atlanta. For his final four semi-final matchups, T.I. pitted Outkast against Jeezy on one side of the bracket, while the other saw Future and Lil Baby do battle. The 42-year-old ended up giving Outkast the title belt as the legendary duo holds a special place in the what you know rappers' hearts. It's so much to be said for a group that hasn't made music in a decade. Tip said, "It's timeless and still speaks to the now. Anytime Outkast in there, that's an easy one for me." He added, in quote, "And Future comes from the school of Outkast, a Dudgeon family alumni. Outkast, I definitely think they hold the crown." He even gave the nod to Outkast's Southern playalistic Cadillac music as the greatest album to um, ever come out of Atlanta as well. That's really fucking dope right here, man. That's really dope of him to say that. Um, it's like the Holy Grail as far as mainstream global recognition. That's the first of its kind for real. I truly do think Southern playalistic is the alpha. He added. Ti has been busy cooking up some new stuff for the future, in addition to sharpening his stand-up comedy skills at a few live shows. Tip is working on his final album, which is tentatively titled "Kill the King." I'm gonna do one more album and then I'm gonna be done. I've said everything I need to say right now. Once I put an exclamation point on it, I can move on to other things he stated. Prior to his final LP, Ti has collab albums on the way with Blanco Brown and Boosie Badass. The idea is to the idea to do this project really comes because our sons are so close. They like being the best partners. So we just end up on the phone like two single moms. Tip joked about his album with Boosie. Yeah. Oh man. Um, let's see. Oh shit. All right, so let's get to let me see if I get to let me see if I man, let's see. Okay, let's get to all right, let's get to what's going on with the holidays coming up here. All right, so two popular attractions returning to Bank of America Winter Village at Bryant Park. All right, so two particularly popular activities at Bank of America Winter Village at Bryant Park have officially returned. The village's cozy igloos open on November the 10th, and the curling cafe opens on November the 16th, which is today. The heated cozy igloos are seasonably, decorated to provide an entertainment space with views of the famous skating rink for groups to enjoy food and drinks like mulled wine and hot chocolate. The igloos are open Monday through Friday from noon to 9:30 p.m. and 11:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. on the weekends. The Curling Cafe is an iceless experience, offering guests a curling lane where two teams of four people will duel for 90 minutes. Each lane provides a heated dome for um, the team to stay comfortable and enjoy food and drinks. The cafe is open from 3:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. Wednesday through Friday, 11:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Saturdays and I believe Saturdays and Sundays, 11:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. Um, of course, the ticket packages for Curling Cafe and Cozy Igloos for groups of
1 through 4 or 5 through 8 must be reserved online. Tickets are on sale now at wintervillage.org. And of course, the Bank of America Winter Village will be at the park until March 5th, 2023. It is open daily from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. and from 8 a.m. to midnight on select weekends. All right, so let's see. There's some stuff that I wanted to actually do. Um, there's some stuff that I wanted to do actually. So um let's get to um let's get to some places to do for the weekend. I know I was supposed to do it for episode 208, but I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I don't know if I'm gonna do it in 208. I'll probably do it right here. So so let's get into it right here. So um anyway, let's get into places to do for the 3-day weekend. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute here. The f- Hang on a second. Actually, I actually have something. So let's get to. I do have something actually, but let me get to the Los Angeles part though. I do apologize for that one. Let's get to where you can actually. Let me just get to. All right. Let's get to where we can actually get to the thing. Um, so let me get to. All right, so Los Angeles. I'm gonna just do maybe five places for Los Angeles. I said I was gonna do it in 203, but I'm not gonna do it in this matter. So so things to do for the 3-day weekend in Los Angeles, starting with Enchanted Forest of Light. Discovery and Wonder will once again inhabit the illuminated installations in Descano Gardens. This this console gardens excuse me holiday tradition. Each year, the Botanical Gardens nighttime experience masterfully mixes hands-on art installations with atmospheric, um, luminescent forests, all against a background of uplit trees and shimmery sound effects. Okay. All right, so you can actually check this out. Where you could get it. So this Scanso Gardens is located at 1418 Descanso Drive, La Canada, Flint, Flint Ridge, 91011. So prices between 34 to $40. And from November the 20th through um through November 30th, it's all at 5:30. So there you have it right there, and you can go to their website, which is www.descansogardens.org/programs/events/enchanted. Okay. Um. All right. So, of course, obviously, your favorite music artist Lizzo is going to be so Lizzo is the Minneapolis singer MC hit stardom in 2019 with her debut major label LP Cause I Love You, and she's become a flat out icon since then. Lizzo's diva persona comes through with an equal intensity, whether she's belting out uplifting soul anthems or rye club worthy rap bangers. Okay. Um, so let's get to it. So the place is going to be at Kia Forum 3900 West Manchester Boulevard, Los Angeles, California. The Kia Forum .com is the website, so you could look for more information. And from the 18th to the 19th of this week, it starts at 8 p.m. So don't forget to get your tickets and stuff. So there you have it right there. Okay, so we got the what is it? Ice at Santa Monica, of course, located just blocks from the ocean. Ice in downtown Santa Monica brings a bit of winter to the comfortable coastal city. The 8,000 square foot outdoor rink runs daily from mid November to mid January on the corner of 5th Street and Arizona Avenue. All day admission, $20 includes skate rentals, and you can book private parties and cabanas if you are looking for something a bit more premium. All right, so the address to the place is 1324 5th Street, Santa Monica, 90401. And the cross street is Arizona Avenue, and the contact phone number is 310-260-1199 for more information. Or you can even go to the website downtown um downtownsm.com/ice at Santa Monica. And the price is $20. So opening hours noon to 10 p.m. And from November 17th, which is today, from November 17th through Saturday, November 26th, it all starts at 12 p.m. So go check it out. Go get your tickets. All that great stuff right there. And I think I'm going to actually stop right there. Let's go to New York right there. I think I'll handle the other places and stuff in 208. So um let's do what's going on here. Let me see. So we have here. Okay, let's do things to do for the 3-day weekend. So it's like 3 dates actually. I'm gonna do that. And whatever place I don't get to, I'll try to actually um all right, so there's 7 things to do for the weekend. Um actually actually. Okay, so Friday, November 18th, which is tomorrow, reproductive rights, the James screening and discussion want to go to see a movie this Friday, but don't want to pay movie theater prices. You can come see a new HBO original complete with a discussion in room 109. The James focuses on the female activists who named themselves Jane and provided abortions pre-Roe. After the screening, directors Emma Pildes and Tia Lesson will be featured in a discussion with Dana Sussman, deputy executive director of the National Advocates for Pregnant Women. The screening begins at 6 p.m. and ends at 9 p.m. Due to limited space, attendees are encouraged to RSVP in the link in red where it says here on the website, which is www.amny.com/entertainment/things to do AMNY weekender November 18th to the 20th. So it's located at 721 Broadway, Manhattan, New York. Must love dogs in comedy. Are you and your pooch tired of being cooped up in the sardine can apartment? Come laugh at a comedy show together at Boris and Horton, hosted by Jolly Dudley. The lineup includes Comics Land, Leland, Maddie Peck, Michael Aber, Stephanie O, and Shaliwa Sharp. This show is comedy for a good cause, with a portion of proceeds going to Naricitas Humidas Animal Rescue Center in El Salvador. Tickets cost are donation based with a suggested amount of $20. Donations are directly accepted on eventbrite.com. The show begins at 7 p.m. and ends at 9 p.m., but doors open at 6:30 and it's located at 195th Avenue, um, Manhattan, New York. Yeah. Saturday, November 19th, Bronx night market hungry and want to dip into the NYC foodie scene. Come to one of the last events in the Bronx night market at Fordham Plaza. The market has over 50 food and drink vendors with worldwide offerings and something for everyone. The main stage will also feature live performances from local artists to accompany the food. A wide variety of arts and crafts and vendors are also on site, as well as family friendly activities. The market takes place from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. One Fordham Plaza um in Bronx, New York. Sculpting with air dry clay. Come get your craft fix on. NYC Parks is partnering with Art Students League for a free air dry clay workshop. The session is led by figure sculptor Santiago Apollo and teaches the basics of clay, associated art principles, and demonstrations. Supplies are provided, but in limited supply depending on attendance turnout. The workshop begins at 12 p.m. and ends at about 2 p.m. 80 Catherine Street, Manhattan, New York. Rise up, come witness local art with marginalized communities placed at the forefront. The Jamaica Center for Arts and Learning is hosting Rise Up, an evening on BIPOC artists creating on the topic of mental health and the imbalance and separation of the slamdemic world. Artistic mediums shown include films, poetry, and more. The event begins at 7 p.m. and ends at around 9 p.m. And it's free. Tickets can be reserved in the link that says here in red, highlighted in red, with an optional donation. And it's located at 161-4 Jamaica Avenue, Queens, New York. And finally, Sunday, November 20th, Trans Art Bazaar. Come support NYC's first non-binary and trans art market this Sunday at the House of Yes. The market features over 50 local artists spanning from tarot card readings, unique handmade clothing pieces, classic art jewelry created by hand, tattoos, and much more. The market begins at 1 p.m. and will be on display until 7 p.m. Entry is free and open to the public. Drinks will be available for shoppers 21 and older. Masks are required for indoor spaces and it's located at 2 Wyckoff Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. Broadway comes to um, Prospect Park. Want to see a Broadway show but don't have the money? Come visit Prospect Park this weekend. The Laura Maid Musical Theater of New York is presenting its rendition of La Falcon Theater, the musical, in partnership with Prospect Park Alliance. The musical presents fashion, music, and dance through the lens of the Black experience. The musical begins at 6 p.m. and extends until 8 p.m. Laura Maid is grassroots and community focused, so the event is free and open to all of the public and is located at 101 East Drive, Brooklyn, New York. Now, whatever place I don't get to, as far as like other things that you could do on other things that you can do on the 3-day weekend, I would try to do that in the next episode. Um so let me see. Without further ado, let me get to this last segment right here. I gotta get ready for work. So let me just get to this last thing right here. So stream choices on the go will be the last segment of the night. And whatever places I don't get to for the 3-day weekend, I will try to do it. I will try to do it tomorrow. So here it is. All right. Okay. All right. So you like what you heard about the topics that was being discussed today, or any previous episodes whatsoever? And please feel free to show some love by following Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast on Facebook, alongside with Instagram, and along with my other two weekly shows, as well as the Sports Edition show of Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast. And of course, be sure to follow my other show, which is the review show of Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast, and alongside with myself on the primary handle, the homie G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. Turn on your notifications so you can be in the know on when each episode is going to be dropping. So, and if you go to the link in bio, you're gonna see a whole list of audio streaming platforms where you can actually check out the episodes on each link, which I will talk about. And of course, be sure to leave a voice message on anchor.fm/gmoneystacks slash message. All right. So speaking of Anchor, man, that's where we're gonna start with. So all right, so Anchor, Audacity, Audible, Audio Burst, Amazon Music, Breaker, excuse me, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podbay, Podfriend, Podopolo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Reason FM, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Podcasts, and you can listen to Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast episodes on Radio Public, alongside with iHeartRadio, the number one app for music, radio, and podcasts. You don't need a credit card or a debit card to actually download this app. It's free. All you need to do is you can download these apps that I just mentioned onto your iPhones, your Android phones, your iPads, and your Android tablets. And of course, you can also download to your laptops as well. All right. Um And make sure you follow my other two shows that's also on iHeartRadio as well, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast, the Sports Edition show, and of course Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast review show that's also on there as well. Um and of course, last but not least, make sure you grab that subscribe button for me on the YouTube channel of G Money Stacks 555, where you see all the New York episodes on there. Click on that noti bell so you can be reminded when the show goes in the air via live stream, more via content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes, whatsoever. And of course, be sure to leave a like and a comment along with the episodes. Download these episodes, share the episodes, and of course, share the videos on YouTube. Um, Tell a friend to another friend. Spread the word. Word of mouth is important. Um, and of course, make sure you share the podcast with your husbands, your wives, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your friends, and the people you're cool with from work and and anywhere else where you meet people. All right. So that's gonna do it for me. That's gonna do it for me. I'm G Money Stacks. Thank you very much for listening and tuning in and rocking with me on this episode right here. 207 Downright. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna get to 208 today. I'll get to it probably either tomorrow, um, depending on how I feel from work. So, um, anyway, don't forget to remember that um the grind doesn't stop. If you want something, you have to work hard for it and you have to earn it. New York wasn't built in a day. And of course, you want to find something that makes you smile, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And of course, creatively speaking, you also want to find a spark that clicks to you creatively, that gets you into your zone, especially if it's creating content, whether it's podcasting, whatever career field that you're doing, creatively speaking. um Make sure that you stick to it and don't give up on your goals and dreams, which is very important. And alongside with finding your voice, being confident in what you do, and and of course, the tunnel vision. Tunnel vision, consistency, and confidence is very important. All right. So I'm out of here. Thank you very much for tuning, listening, rocking, and hanging out with me in today's episode. I'll see y'all next time in the next episode. Peace and one love, and I hope y'all have a good weekend, and I hope y'all take care of one another, and I hope y'all have some supplies for Thanksgiving. That's next week. I hope y'all enjoy that as well. So there it is. Peace and one love, and have yourselves a good night, folks.